Welcome guys, it's Nick here with Mechanic Built, and today we are diagnosing the Ford Fusion. Sucker has 220,000 miles on it.
And it's been driven how many states?
I don't know how many states at this point.
Yeah, and it's driven back and forth through California or Washington 4 times, 5 times.
If you guys ever kept up with the 200,000 mile Ford Fusion review, something bad has happened. Well, again, not so bad. Yeah. It's just things wear out, right?
It's been a daily, miles. It's done DoorDash, it's driven across multiple states, it's driven for hours and hours and hours at a time.
So we're gonna go ahead, take a look at it. We're gonna jack this car up. Let's get to it. Bro.
You just jacking off over there?
Huh?
Just jacking off?
Yeah. Bro. Thank you, cameraman.
Wait, so who's holding the camera?
Oh yeah, that'd be Jared, by the way. He's also in this video. How to scratch your tire 101. This is what happens when you start treating your car like a beater.
I also have gloves. The things that rip in 5 minutes.
Baby pad.
You don't sound good.
No, I thought I saw it shift.
I thought I heard it shift.
Oh man, this thing is honestly, it's not too bad. Hey Jared, you wanna know a fun fact? He's rating the fridge.
Well, I'm trying to find the water because it was cold, but...
Brake pads are original on this thing.
Still?
220,000 miles. They are original, but the rotors, they definitely need some love, especially the driver's side, I could tell.
Yeah.
The passenger side really needs it. You wanna go take a look at it?
Yeah. I can see it's warped.
Yeah.
So you stand at this angle, you can see the warp in it.
That's definitely very warped. Actually pretty uneven, but look, I don't know if you could get a good angle here. If you look at actually the brake pads right here, they still got plenty of meat on them for 200,000 miles. But this rotor has definitely seen those miles. I'll tell you that much.
Actually, we have problems on that side of the car. And that is actually one of the symptoms of the vibration.
Yep. When you hit the brakes, it vibrates.
So the axle's misaligned. Your axle's going in a straight line like this, and there's a bearing holding like this, and that bearing has a place to walk. And all this down here is all solidly mounted. Now you're just rubbing your axle and you're moving your rotor, and it's smacking into all this, which is causing uneven wear. I would maybe start pulling it. I'll just pull the whole damn fucking tray off.
Hey, and you get to use your new ratchet, Jared.
Oh yeah. What are those, 10s?
No, they're, oh man, the battery's dead on this one. Okay, so here we have our axle shaft right here, and then there's that carrier bearing being held onto the engine block. Hey, I'm gonna grab my big pry bar here and see if we have any play. Hang it. Yeah, no play.
Now, these are these fun problems where you're just going off of a random noise.
Yep, especially when it comes to suspension here.
But and you got to complicate it because half of the damn suspension's hybrid. Or half of the drive line is hybrid.
And Jared found out that we have a sweating problem. Not a leak, but a sweating problem.
Yeah, it sweats one day, it leaks the next day.
Ford.
Oh, that's the wrong way. We'll just edit that out. Or not. It's all right. It happens. Still learning the new tool. But I do gotta say, it definitely has more torque than the old version. Yep, I should have remembered that.
What's up?
The rears are gonna be 10s. Like they are on most cars. For some reason. Always let this one in so I have to hold it tight. Alrighty then, here we go. We may have to run this.
Yeah, we can run it and see if we could simulate the noise.
We can do that, and we also can, it's a little sketch, but we got the wheels off, so even if it falls down, we're still pretty safe. We could take off this holder for this bearing and just see if we can get more of a test on it, because it seems like the axle might be holding it steady. Not seeing any wear, which is concerning. No, Rick, in this case, Nick, it's not.
Why, because it's 200,000 miles?
No, because you would want to wear. If we can't find the part that's making the noise from this bearing out, that means it's in.
Or we could talk about the disc brake that's just as grooved at the Grand Canyon.
That could have been causing the noise. That'd be a weird case where it was causing that noise.
Yeah, but it's only when it comes to like anywhere from 15 to, 0 miles an hour when you brake.
So low speed braking, so yeah, that doesn't make sense. Well, that's a big clue right there, don't you think, Nick?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
200,000 miles. It's pretty damn good for the brake system if all we got to do today is just replace the pads and rotors.
This is a hybrid. It's supposed to lift car, an Uber, a DoorDash, a girlfriend hauler, everything else you can imagine. Small children, not all at the same time. Well, sometimes.
Let me say something. You got to think about it, that you have regenerative braking on these hybrid systems too. So that's what saves a lot of the brakes. And I'm assuming, I don't know, I'll post on the video if I can find out. If not, I don't know if in low speeds it actually uses the actual brake pad. So that could be one of the biggest things.
Now, do you want to pull that holder for the carrier bearing or the intermediate bearing, or what do you want to call it? Intermediate, because the carrier bearing.
We'll do that last. Let's see if we could simulate it with the tire off, and then we'll simulate it again with the tire on.
You want to try and run it with on the jack stands like that?
Yeah.
We're gonna need more chocks. All right, little more. Yeah, you don't need to drag the brakes. Just slowly come off of them. Ooh, I saw it. I think that's your motor mounts and everything just shaking the whole car.
Yeah, but as you can see, I got new motor mounts on this thing.
Okay, that's a lot of movement. I think we should pull that cover, that back part, that retains that bearing on there, and just wiggle it, do a check like that, and see if there's any play in the bearing itself, because otherwise we've got to look further in the driveline past that bearing.
Yeah, we'll do that. Let's go ahead and put the tire on this and see if we could still simulate it. Yeah, there's no play in the bearing, so.
I'm not, try spinning it by hand, Nick. Maybe I can just see it like slowly and balanced. Go a little faster. This shaft looks true.
Then we'll actually physically check the carrier bearing.
Let's set up a GoPro under here while we run it. I got a perfect angle. Get a little speed. Yeah. This thing's got me being a believer over here. You know, I already am alright. Rather be die hard, but we're gonna need a pry bar. Oh shit, we can't really pull it out because it's gonna be, yeah, the shaft's gonna keep it in.
Yeah, the shaft's gonna keep it straight,
Yeah,
but
pull it out a little bit.
there you go. Can you wiggle it? How's that?
It's minor play. I mean, it does seem like it's dry in there, but it's not blown. I got the good and tight.
Okay, so the bearing's out of the question. You want to go ahead and pop off this rotor and take a look?
Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and do that.
What did I do with the 18? Oh, it's still on here. There you go. Oh, it has Loctite on it. That's why I was just like, why was it not coming off? Right over for the win. Look at these. This is just
Pads there,
those
a lot of meat.
still got a lot of meat, but
They're fucking groove.
they're grooved.
You could play a damn record on that. I bet that plays some good old Queen or something.
Okay, let's see how this rotor knocks off, because 200,000
GFG.
miles later.
Yeah, it's off.
Yes.
You could definitely play a record on that.
That is, oh, look at that.
I see highs and lows.
Yeah. Could be word skipping.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the rust spot?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not good.
That is not good. You got a good close-up on that?
So what we're talking about here is this car has been driven, and that should not have a rust spot on it. So that's a low spot, and then you got two high spots right here, and it's skipping over it.
Yep. That could be it. See what happens when we take off parts, Jared?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Don't always trust the front of the rotor is a good tip for this. The back side of your rotor is usually more worn and more damaged than your front side.
Yeah, let's go put this in, wash up, pack up, and see if we can get some brakes. Hey. Tub of towels. Mechanic's favorite best friend. Amazon links in the description below. It helps out the channel.
Not sponsored, but links are there.
Yeah, not sponsored, but yeah, we met you guys at SEMA. All right, so it is now the next day on our brake job here, and the thing was, apparently these parts don't get changed out as much as go figure. And kind of posted this vehicle on the forum, and people were saying that they've changed their they've changed their Ford Fusion Energi hybrids anywhere from like 180 to 200,000 miles. The beauty of this all is basically cleaning this sucker up and making sure everything is good. As you guys saw earlier in the video, everything was sticking. Gonna clean up the rust here, put some anti-seize on it, put on the new rotor, and all that fun jazz. So let's go ahead and start cleaning this sucker up. That's a copper brush. I want the metal brush. Definitely seen some better days. Clean my dust shield here. All right, now we're gonna go take care of our caliper here. Just try to break up any brake dust. That's the thing about this car. There was always like non-existent brake dust, you know. But any corrosion, any dirt. Maybe I should have done this last. I don't know. I was just thinking I need to take care of that first. So take our caliper bracket, clean this sucker up. Where brake grease had to go in, these studs are pretty non-existent anymore. Yeah, you could just honestly see where the corrosion really sat, or where the pads really sat most of their lives here. So boom, corrosion, one and done. Voila. Like I said, the pads were probably at, ooh, wow.
I also have gloves. The things are ripped in 5 minutes.
Pads were already like at 80%, so it didn't take much to push back in this caliper. And the amount of brake cleaner is eating my gloves. Thanks, Rob. So I got my favorite brake grease ever. I'm gonna put quite a bit on this. Pour those suckers in and out. Make sure everything's happily greased. So let's go ahead and start putting on the pads. Put a little dab of grease on here too. Anything to help prevent that corrosion. And if this thing does decide to go another 200,000 miles, it'll be well lubed. Brake pad 1 in. Clean brake pad, as I got a little grease on it. I like living by the edge, if anybody's wondering, having a caliper dangling like this. Try not to get grease on the pad material itself. One last thing is cleaning this little piece here. This is the hardware that goes right here on the outside of our caliper. So forgot what this thing is called. I'll remember it. So the thing is, sometimes the aftermarket ones, the tolerances are a little off on these aftermarket ones for Ford. I don't know why, if anybody's watching from O'Reilly. So we'll go ahead and, that actually looks pretty spot on. So we'll go ahead and try putting on, we'll see. I've always had issues with them not sticking in. Let's see, I'm trying to find the easiest way of doing this without hurting myself. Okay, I got one side on here. There you go. So now comes the fun part of getting this caliper back in. This sucker popped out. Okay, now that's popped back in. Oh, lovely. It already has rust on it. See that? Do I think that's excessive? Yeah. But I don't want this thing to seize no more. Try to clean out the anti-seize because, you know, anti-seize doesn't make good. Anti-seize doesn't make a good brake pad. Okay, clean the surface of this sucker. Oh yeah, look, there's a little bit of rust there too. See now, if we did the right thing, or put the bracket on first, pads, and then the caliper, we wouldn't come across this issue. There you go. This pad was sticking up just a little bit, and I had to take the pry bar in there because the spring was not allowing me any freaking play. All right, caliper's back on. This side is now officially done. Well, not really. There should be a 10mm bolt, and I need a 10mm 3/8 drive. There you go. Man, that looks a lot better. My caliper mounting brackets are 111 here, so that should be 111. Yep, that's 111. There's 111. There you go. Keys in here still? All right. Rob doesn't feel the vibration like he did with the footwell. And honestly, yeah. 220,000 miles later, this thing's still ticking. No problem. No, hell, I'm even surprised that the axle lasted this long. I knew for a fact it was going to be the axle, but I knew it was going to be the brake, or I was hoping might be the brake, just because, hey, the brakes have never been changed in almost like the 10 years this car's existed almost. There you guys have it. Hope you guys made it to this far of the video. I appreciate you guys watching and whatnot. Again, it was just needing a brake job. A little bit of love goes a long way with this car, I guess. But 220,000 miles, that's not honestly bad for its first brake job ever. So again, I appreciate you guys if you subscribe. Definitely like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.